Hello and welcome to our short practice together today to bring our whole beings into a state of calm. We're going to begin with a short pranayama, a breathing practice. It was Bernie Clark who said that the mind and the breath are like two fishes swimming in the sea. So when one is agitated, the other will be. And when one finds a state of flow, the other will too. So we use the breath to help us calm the mind. And then we're going to work through a healing meditative technique called tapping. So please take a moment to wash your hands and I'll take you through what tapping is about. So tapping is a technique from EFT and it's used to calm the amygdala. The amygdala is a paired structure in the frontal lobes of our brain, and it is how we experience primal emotions like fear, aggression, anxiety, and our memories. Tapping occurs on meridian points. Now, our physiology is well understood, but our electrical systems not so much. But we have gazillions of electrical pulses going on in our brains all the time, called brain waves. And we also have electricity going through our nervous system. And the meridians are conduits into the electrical systems and to calm the amygdala. Okay, long explanation. Now, if this sounds a little woohoo to you, please bear with me. There has been a replicated study done on the effects of tapping. And by replicated, I mean they repeated the same study many times and got the same results. There were 3 groups of people, and they each did different practice for 1 hour. Prior to the practice, they were given a saliva test to test their levels of cortisol, and then they did the test after and made a comparison. So the first group did tapping and affirmations. The second group did psychotherapy or talk therapy to deal with their levels of anxiety and overwhelm. And the third group got to read magazines. So they did the cortisol test at the end, and the results on the first group who did tapping and meditation and affirmations, their cortisol levels went down by 43%. The second group who did talk therapy, their cortisol levels went down by 19%. The third group that read magazines, their cortisol levels went up by 2%. So cautionary tale for us in terms of managing how much time we spend listening and watching the news on social media, Facebook, because that can affect our levels of stress. So let's begin. Let's take a comfortable seat. And you can be sitting on the floor, a cushion, or a chair, but just take a moment to get your body more aligned, your shoulders back, your head tall. Maybe close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Before we start, take note of the level of stress, anxiety in your body, in your mind and heart, and maybe rate that on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being max. Okay, you don't have to share that with anyone, just hold that close. So our breathing practice is a tried and true pattern called a square breath. So 4 equal sides: inhale, pause, exhale, pause. And I'll lead you through this. We'll start with a count of 3 for each of the 4 parts, do a couple of rounds, and then add a count. So take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Close your eyes. Inhale to 3. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Pause 1, 2, 3. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Pause 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Pause 1, 2, 3. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Pause 3, 2, 1. Going to 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 4, 3, 2, 1. Going to 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round going to 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a big breath in. Sigh that out again. And one more. And then slowly open your eyes. So now the tapping. The tapping occurs on 9 meridian points. Today in our practice, we'll be leaving one out because it's tapping under your arm on your side ribs. And for some of you may have had surgery there, so that's not a recommended place to tap. But as we tap, I'll be reading affirmations. Now, these affirmations are not pie in the sky. They're grounded in reality. They acknowledge the negative and reframe it. As Louise Hay said, if you want to clean your house, honey, you got to see the dirt. Love her. Okay. So this is why I asked you to wash your hands. So the first one is called the karate chops. You're going to hold one hand up, take the fingers of the other hand, and just tap on the side of your hand. So you don't have to tap hard, but it's not a light touch either. It's a tap. Okay. So you close your eyes. Even though I feel so much anxiety about everything that's going on, I choose to take the time to pause. Change hands. Even though things are so overwhelming, so many decisions, I choose to pause and know that I'm safe right now. You can take both hands and just the middle and index fingers, and we're going to touch the inner eyebrow. So where your third eye is, just lightly tapping there. Even though there's a lot going on and I'm anxious about my health and I'm worried for my family, and that's okay. We're going to figure it out. Take your fingers to your outer brow, so not in your eye socket, but on the bone. Again, just tapping lightly. It's normal to feel this anxiety, and it's safe to begin to let it go. Take your fingers to your cheekbones. Again, not in the socket, but on the bone. It's normal to feel all this stress, all the unknowns. And it's safe to let it go in this moment. Let it go. And just take one hand and you're going to touch that space between your nose and your upper lip. So just tapping on your teeth. You might feel a little more vibration. It's safe to breathe deeply. Take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. Take your fingers now to the space between your lower lip and your chin, so that bottom teeth. I acknowledge all my stress. And I can be safe again in my body. Take both hands now and we'll just touch lightly on the collarbones. You can use 2 fingers or all the 4 fingers. The more I relax, the more my body can heal. And the last meridian point is the crown of the head. So we'll just take our fingers up, just tapping on the crown of the head. Letting go of stress now and welcoming healing and peace. And then release that. Just let your hands come down. Take a couple more breaths in and out. And notice your level of stress or tension at this moment. And rate it again on a scale of 1 to 10. Thank you for joining me in our practice today, and I wish you peace and blessings on your journey. Namaste.